Hey everyone, this is Erland. As you can see from the title, I've just come back from Japan. I lived in Japan for 2 months and I lived there with my girlfriend and her best friend. Now I wanted to just reflect a little bit now that the memory of it is quite new still. I would say that I'm a Norwegian guy who has, at least previously in life, been quite change has been kind of difficult for me, in the sense that I thought at least I was someone that needed a lot of predictable, like a predictable outcome of the day. But I've found that after being in both, I went to exchange in Vancouver last autumn, and then I went back to my home and celebrated Christmas before going to Japan and lived there for a while. And I found that I absolutely love life when there is a lot of stimuli in the form of new things to learn. And I found when I came back to Norway, it was so much of like the same old that I'm used to, basically. And while Norway is a great country, I'd say in many ways, I'm so used to this life. And I feel like when I'm living here, there's so little for me to learn, or maybe I'm just too ignorant to see what there is to learn. Maybe I've been living too much in the same town for my life. You see, I lived both in Trondheim, where I was raised, and then I moved to Oslo, which is the capital, and a way more international place, I'd say, than Trondheim is. And these are the two main cities that I've really experienced and lived in. While I have lived in other cities in Norway as well, these ones are the ones that, yeah, I've really come to understand. Now, I think the cultures of Japan and Norway in general are quite different. You know, the Japanese people are so extremely respectful, I'd say. You know, in their education from primary school, they have courses on respect, like understanding social codes, how to act in society and such. And I always kind of when I lived in Norway, I thought that was kind of funny. Honestly, I felt those things weren't really necessary. And now I do. I really do. Because when I got there, it's like people are different. People need different things. But for me, I'd say I'm quite a proper guy, in the sense that I need people around me to act properly, or if not, I really struggle to respect them. And I've found that for me to respect people, I need to be respected in return, like on default, especially when people don't even know me. And I feel like in Japan, it's like every stranger, they were so respectful. It was like it's the first time I think in my life where I actually felt that shit, like this guy treats me, or this person treats me so well. I actually want to give something back to him. I want to fight for this guy. I want to fight for this lady, because they treat me so good that I want to actually contribute back to them. Now in Norway, there's a lot of amazing, beautiful, kind people as well. Like probably most of the people are more nice than they are bad, but still, it's I think in Western countries, this is not only in Norway, because I felt the same thing in Canada, that people are mainly caring about themselves. They are very individual oriented, while in Japan, they are very, I would say, societally oriented. And yeah, I don't know, Japan is also famous for having being such a big country and having such high rates in suicide. I think they might be linked, honestly. It's quite, I heard there's a lot of peer pressure. There's a lot of pressure on society there. There's a pressure on how you're supposed to act and all of these things. And I bet most people aren't able, or like many people aren't able to cope with that properly. And I'm sure this creates for a problem, right? Yeah, but still, I think like just how everyone was treating each other. Like I saw some dude, he just entered a shop, and this happened several times. But I just remember the first time I saw it. Like he was entering this shop, and there's so many like local shops in Tokyo, and in Norway I feel like there's so many international or like franchise type shops that like you see them everywhere. The same brand is like everywhere, but in Tokyo there's so many local stuff. So that's kind of nice. And there was this guy who entered this shop, and he stopped in the entrance, and he bowed down like really far down, and like it didn't seem like this guy had been there before. He was just like he was just kind of doing his part, I'd say, of society and treating the people of that shop properly. And it was kind of like a shitty store as well, a shitty shop as well. So it's like, I don't know, like I've gotten used to that in my society back home. It's like we are really polite and caring for the rich people. We ensure that these like important people are the ones that are properly being yeah, they're getting the proper treatment, I guess. But it seems like over there in Japan and in Tokyo, it's like they didn't really care who you were. They would show you this respect anyway. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Coming back, I went through Finland to Norway. And in Finland, it was like, it's like from leaving Tokyo where everyone is like, here you go, sir. No problem, we got you. Like, yeah, everything you need, no problem. Like, everywhere, honestly. I come to Finland, and it's like a passport control, and there sits like this bold guy, like, like, passport, please. And he didn't even say please, he said like passport. I'm like, here we go, sir. And I don't know, fucking intimidating. I was like, yeah. I'm not saying all Finnish people are like this, obviously. I'm not saying Western people are like this, but I am saying that Western people do tend to have way less. They feel a way less smaller responsibility of societal responsibility, I guess, like actually caring properly. I think it is linked to social media, honestly. Like, people only watch the extreme sites. This is the reason that I probably am not getting any views, and it's not like I'm really looking for views either. For me, this channel is kind of like when I get kids, I want my kids to see how it was at this age. Currently, I am 26, by the way. So, yeah, shit, even forgot the point here. But damn. Yeah, no, yeah, I remember it was like on social media, we are only watching the most extreme sides of society. It's like we're not really seeing the middle stuff, the normal people. We only look at the super weird shit. And this is becoming kind of like the norm. I assume like there's the same kind of thing probably happening in Japan as well, but I think to a way less degree. I think it is because it comes from them having more of a like a social identity than the Western individualism. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's like I'm living at my sister's house right now, and we were watching this show. It was like Marriage at First Sight or something, and then it like they marry and then they start dating basically. And it is like these analysts and professionals, they're placing people together that are high likelihood of being very compatible. So it should be fine when they're marrying each other. But the thing is, like, it seems they're picking the fucking most insane, crazy fucking people there is. And then they're just like, of course they need to make a show that is entertaining, so they take the absolute most difficult people to handle in life, and they actually do find compatible people to them as well. And it is entertaining to watch. It's fucking hard to watch though, because it's like so much stupid unnecessary drama that comes from absolutely nowhere. It's like people, they pick people who are like trying to make and find the drama in everything they do. They're seeking conflict at all costs. And then I was in Japan, and I saw like my girlfriend, she's also really, she loves shows that is about relationships, and yeah, honestly kind of like drama shows, I guess. But it's like, I guess it's lifestyle shows and not really drama, because in Japan it's like, there was this show we watched together that was called Terrace House. It's the same kind of thing. It's like it's a house. They place three single people, like three single girls, three single men, place them in the same house. They don't know each other at all. They're kind of like the same age as well, and they can live there as long as they want to. And now like the entire TV show is about like, they're like recording everything that happens in that house, and one would think that there would be so much drama. But I'm watching it, and it's like, it's only normal, it's extremely normal people living together, and we can relate to their conflicts with each other, and relate to the feelings of each other. And I think it is very interesting, honestly, to see the contrast from the shit, rather horse cock shit in the West, and then you have the Japan, like the Japanese kind of these drama shows. And I bet for them, there's a lot of drama happening, but in the West, it's just fucking, it's like it's a clusterfuck. Yeah, and I don't know, it really displays the difference in culture, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna be soon done with this video, but it's like, I went to Canada. I have stayed for long periods of my life in Norway. I've seen the culture in Western countries. I've seen the culture in like the American countries as well. And now I've seen a little bit of the culture in the Asian countries, like Japan. I know that kind of like the countries in Asia does of course have very different cultures. But at least the one in Japan, I think it is insanely good. Probably has a lot of pros and cons though, but yeah. I'm not here to say what is right and wrong, but I gotta say that for me, personally, I fucking love it, man. It's so fucking good. And I felt so fucking safe as well being there. It's kind of weird actually, because I train a lot usually. When I live in Norway, I train so much. I lived in Vancouver, trained so much, man. It's like every day, and at least like 1 to 2 hours every day. And I go to Japan and I feel this guy, like I feel absolutely no motivation, honestly, to train. And at that point, I understand how frail my fucking ego is, because I realize that the reason I'm training so much is because I don't trust other people. So if other people are like crashing out, I need to ensure myself that I can beat the shit out of them. It's quite weird, I think. I don't think most people has this kind of feeling, but I do, man. And when I was in Japan, I felt no need to train at all, because every single person I met was such a kind soul, honestly. Even like the people who actually like this person is racist. He does not like me, but he treats me well either way. And I did experience this in places where there were like exceptional amounts of tourism, like Kyoto and Okinawa. I did experience racism, but it's insane to say this, but I kind of like, it's understandable, like why they are kind of disliking the tourists so much. I mean, nobody really likes tourists, right? But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Japanese people have a really bad, can't find the word, but renommee of being racist. Well, I think they might be angry and frustrated at tourists for a very good reason, I think. Yeah. Well, it's been a while now. Thank you all for watching the video. I hope it was slightly interesting at least. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you later.